Sheila Gunn Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here at Westminster Magistrates Court in London, where I flew all the way from Canada to attend the latest court hearing for citizen journalist and civil rights activist Tommy Robinson. Now, Robinson was arrested at the end of October and taken into custody, where he is currently serving out an 18-month prison sentence for civil contempt in a segregation cell. Tommy's also being held on a Section 7 Terrorism Act charge, and that's what today's hearing was about, for not turning over his password to his phone to police who did not have a warrant to access his cell phone data. You can learn more about that and support our independent journalism by visiting SaveTommy.com. Now, today was a procedural hearing on the Section 7 terrorism charge, where a not guilty plea was entered by Tommy from HMP Woodhill, and a trial date was set for March 20th and 21st of 2025. Now, HMP Woodhill is the same prison where my boss, Ezra Levant, visited Tommy Robinson last week to check up on his condition. The earliest that Tommy Robinson will be released from his civil prison sentence is July 2025. That civil sentence is for publishing a documentary a judge labeled libelous. Tommy's lawyers today hinted that they will be arguing as part of their defense that since Tommy Robinson is a journalist, his journalistic materials, i.e. his phone, should be protected from police searches. The prosecutors will argue that requiring a PIN number to be turned over to police does not necessarily mean that the sources held inside the phone would be compromised. But Tommy Robinson said that his phone contained the contact information of victims of Asian sex trafficking gangs, and a public inquiry into the police actions, or rather failure to act to stop the grooming gangs, found that police ignored the girls at best and may have been complicit at worst. Now, I think this is a precedent-setting case, and in a country with a fully functioning media ecosystem, there would be a lot of interest in the story by the mainstream media since it touches on press freedom. But there was none in court today. It was just myself, all the way from Canada, and a handful of independent journalists, which I suppose is okay because you just can't trust the mainstream media to tell the truth about Tommy Robinson anyway. Now, as I said, I came here from Canada. I came to document the truth of this fight for the free press. I came here because, as I just said, you just can't trust the mainstream media to be even interested in the case, let alone tell the truth. And I came here to make sure that your crowd-funded donations to our Rebel News legal fund for Tommy Robinson at SaveTommy.com are working for him. He's got some sharp lawyers. I saw them in action today. They are expecting evidentiary disclosure from the prosecution in the next 2 weeks. And with that, friends, I've got to wrap this up. I've got a train to catch back to the airport to fly back to Canada. For Rebel News at Westminster Magistrates Court in London, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. To see all of our independent journalism about Tommy Robinson and to get involved in the fight to save civil liberties for us all, please visit SaveTommy.com.